Well, if you happen to watch yesterday's Time to Clean the Mess series of videos, then you need to know I didn't clean the mess. But just as I am a work in progress, so is this room. And as we all know by now, I have plenty of time, don't I? My mom's going to be home any minute with peppermint patties. And she was like, "Are you still going to eat?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I am going to, Mom. You know? It's winter. I just want to maintain my weight, okay? It's winter. I've stayed consistent. I went up a little bit. I was 163 and some change when I got here on November 11th, okay? Now it's, 2.5 months later about? Give or take, okay? I weighed myself this morning naked before eating. I'm 164. I'm 164.6, right? Hold on, I'll look. My mom and I writing our weights down on the calendar. Let's see. I'm 164.4, and my mother is 165. Shut up! She's not even home. False alarm here. Jeez, only a few minutes. You know, I have to do everything private, only when she's gone. At least she's gone sometimes, you know. And I can do it at night when she's sleeping, but then she can wake up and go to the bathroom, and you know how that is close. Anyway, 164.4. I was 163.6 when I got here. But I did go all the way up to 168 point something, you know, around the holidays, or whenever, I don't know. I was doing the holidays. No, I did. And then one day I ate grapefruit, nothing but grapefruit all day. I had 4 grapefruits total, and water, tons of water. And I dropped like almost 3 pounds. And then another day I did that Louise woman on Women's World or whatever, for women, whatever that is. Women's World. Her Christmas cleanse, and I dropped like 2.8 pounds. Just to get myself back on track. I'm 164.4. I was, and my mom's 165.6, but she shrunk. She's a little bit shorter than me. Plus, she doesn't have like a muscle tone like I have. See these legs? I haven't driven a car in 20 years. These legs are from years and years and years of walking and lifting weights, back when I was lifting weights and whatnot. So my mom has to be as thin as me, relatively so. She has to weigh like 150, which she used to weigh, but she's getting close to that. And she's thrilled, you know. She had gone all the way up to 190 when she was on that fucking Zyprexa. But whatever. It's harder for her. She's on 3 different psych meds, Depakote, Perlixin, and she was on Zyprexa. Now she's on something that begins with R, I think. I don't know. It's generic. Whatever it is, it's replacing her Zyprexa, because Zyprexa was too expensive. So it's harder for her, but she's good, and she's been consistently dropping, you know, like a pound a week, whatever, and she follows my example. I make us healthy meals, where she used to have like a, you know, when it's just her and the dog, she would just make a turkey burger with cheese on it. I had her do little changes. I have her drinking water. Now, she wasn't drinking any water. You have to drink water. It's important. I have her drinking at least her minimum of 8 glasses a day. 8, 64 ounces. We have a cup that's a 16 ounce. She has 4 of those. She writes it down. I write things down. I told you in my other video, I know every time I've done anything sexual with anybody. I keep track of my whole life. I've been doing it for a long, long time. I used to really do it consistently, write it on calendars, whatever. And when my life fell apart, I stopped doing that, but I've still pretty much kept track of everything in journals and whatnot. Donald could come here and kill us all, you know. Could. Do I think that he will? I hope that he doesn't. I mean, but you know what? As I've shown you in other videos, I also had hoped. I'm actually going to try doing one of those fancy things where it says you can make a video out of pictures. I guess it gives you step-by-step instructions. It's probably easy. And I have hundreds upon hundreds of pictures out on Facebook, out on my MySpace page. I can actually give you my link to my MySpace page. Not to my Facebook, because I don't want people writing cool things on my wall or whatever. But, oh, Donald, yeah, he could come and kill us all. I don't think that he will, but I live in fear of everything, you know. I've basically come full circle. No. I mean, I didn't think you would cause that to happen to me either, did I? So, can't be too careful, but you know what? I refuse to live in fear because I'm not going to stop doing these YouTube videos. If he finds out, he finds out. If he comes here and kills us, I mean, I'm not going to live in fucking fear, and I'm not going to stop doing my YouTube videos. I'm not going to live in fear, because at least, I mean, in 2009, when my mom threw me out because Marion threatened to put her back in the nut house, something my mom tearfully confessed to Donald's mom, and tearfully confessed to Donald's mom, who I think my mom told me too, yeah. Donald's mom would say to me, Donald's the abuser, by the way, would say to me, your mom's told me things that I won't ever tell you. You know, she feels so bad to Marion. She was terrified of going back in that nut house. Marion threw her. You know, in the mental hospital, Marion made her throw me out without a penny to my name. I lived 6 weeks on the streets. Technically, I mean, I lived 6 weeks on the streets. I was shacking up, not platonically, with this guy who turned out to be an asshole too, but that's another story. He doesn't matter. I have a lot of quote-unquote stories. Talk shows should find me and make me famous. Well, whatever. I'm a broken record about that. I digress. Donald, I don't think he would come, but I didn't think he would shove me backwards accidentally. I mean, he shoved me on purpose, but he didn't intend for me, obviously, to go backwards down that hill and smash my head and black out and could have died or worse. But he intentionally took off. See, that's where his mom didn't get. Like, you must drink it and these things happen, but you're just making excuses for your monster of a son. He took off, okay? He didn't come down that hill and see if I was dead or dying or... While it was going backwards, I screamed, Donald, no. As it was going backwards, I knew I was about to die. I mean, I knew it, positive. Oh my God, I'm about to die. How about that? Mess. Look at the mess. I have to clean the mess. I didn't do it as I told you guys. I'm gonna be home any minute. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I bet you get this all the time. You have an unreal body. I bet you get this all the time, but you have an unreal body. Does it matter who said that to me? No. I'll tell you, it was recent. Was it somebody on the street? It's the middle of winter, probably not. Was it someone out in cyberspace? Was it maybe hypothetically I joined one of those free dating websites? It doesn't really matter. As I was saying before, I'm not going to live in fear either of my Aunt Marion, who, if she finds out about this, could throw me out. Well, you know what? I have $15,000 in the bank, give or take now, so you can't just send me out on the street, okay? Thank God. You know, I have money so that I can at least go into a hotel, figure out what I'm going to do. Really don't want to go back into a homeless shelter ever again. You know, I have options now that I have income and have money in the bank that I didn't have in 2009. You have an unreal body. But I bet you hear that all the time. No, actually I don't. But thank you, I'm 44, and I appreciate you telling me I have an unreal body, or a sexy body, or a nice ass, or whatever. I don't hear it, quote-unquote, all the time. I was up to 232 pounds. I was living with a psychologically abusive monster who'd call me fat, even though he was just as fat. he'd gained weight just like I had, and he would, and as a man alive would put up with you, leave me, you'll be all alone forever, and you're crazy, just like your mother, and anything you could think of, okay? So, no, I've come full circle. So, no, I don't hear that all the time, and I appreciate your appreciation of me. But, you know, first, I have 7 years, 8 months of my life with psychologically abusive monster where I was in stifling, controlled, sexually unsatisfying, horrible relationship, if you want to call it that. And then the next about 3 years, give or take, I was with him, but not his girlfriend, just his doormat, more or less slave, because now I was relying on him, so I wouldn't have to go into a homeless shelter. I had nowhere to go, and you know, you guys know the drill if you've watched my videos, and if you haven't, well, maybe you will someday. It's 10 minutes. So I'm thinking of doing one of those YouTube things, where something different, where I put pictures. I have almost all my pictures I've ever taken since I was 10, so 34 years, out somewhere in cyberspace. I actually spent hours and hours at CVS scanning my old pictures with that, you know, lovely Kodak picture maker, and then put them on disc. And then you put them on disc, and even at the library, you can stick the disc in the little machine, and you can upload them to MySpace and Facebook and blog and whatnot, right? I don't have any idea if you can see this. It's going to be home any minute. I don't know if you can see the picture. That's the problem with doing it this way. Although, you know what I can do? I could probably just take the picture down here. Huh. You can do that. Now you'll be able to see. That's me at about 232 pounds with Asshole and Omar. Yeah. That's me with my friend back when we used to go clubbing. She liked to dance as much as I did. But she was married. This is a picture from Alicia's World. All of them out on MySpace too. I should give you guys a link to my MySpace page, Alicia's World. This was 2001, by the way. It was 160 then. I'm 164.4 right now. This is me when I went. I'm sure this was in this was April of 2002. I went to Hollywood. That's when Donald and I went to Hollywood. Donald, the cheap, selfish, fucking, controlling, selfish, and out of bed bastard who was only, let's put quotations around, only psychologically abusive up until the 7-year, 8-month mark of our civil relationship. This is me on my 40th birthday. Donald was a Virgo too, same age, 10 days apart. One of the reasons that I thought that he was the one. The one. And it's me when I was 23, living with my mom after college, and her crazy new husband. I've been lucky, I've had nice legs, even when I was heavy, even when I was 232 pounds, I had nice legs. That other guy I told you about in that other video, the Pakistani or I don't know where he was from, Shahid, okay? But I gave him my virginity because I was tired of being a virgin, and then it was horrible. It was just horrible, and then I went and started being a clubber, lost some weight, by the way, dropped 13 pounds, dropped him, not that I was heavy when I was with him, and started being a clubber, and this is me. When I was 7 with Snowflake the bunny, and living with the abusive alcoholic, Mama's boyfriend who became